Hi, my name's Rebecca Dolan. I'm the Shakespeare Schools Coordinator at the Gaiety School of Acting. This video has been produced to complement our 2019 production of Hamlet. In it, we have taken one of Hamlet's most famous soliloquies and broken it down into bite-sized pieces. I hope you find this video enjoyable and informative. If you do, please like and comment below. This is perhaps one of the most famous soliloquies in all of literature. However, before we begin to analyse it in detail, we must put it in context. The scene begins with Claudius and Polonius plotting to spy on Hamlet as he talks to Ophelia. So when Hamlet enters the scene, he must know that someone is there, or perhaps he is too lost in his own thoughts. Is it part of his antic disposition? Is he putting on a show? The choice is yours.
To be or not to be? That is the question. Whether 'tis nobler in the mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against a sea of troubles and by opposing end them.
The first 6 words establish a balance. To be or not to be. They're in direct opposition and highlight the eternal struggle and conflict that resides in Hamlet. Hamlet poses the question in a logical and rational way. He compares life versus death. For Hamlet, life is somehow a passive state, whereas to take one's life is to take action.
To die. To sleep. No more. And by a sleep to say we end the heartache and the 1,000 natural shocks that flesh is heir to. 'Tis a consummation devoutly to be wished. To die. To sleep. To sleep, perchance to dream. Aye, there's the rub. For in that sleep of death, what dreams may come when we have shuffled off this mortal coil must give us pause. There's the respect that makes calamity of so long life.
Hamlet is wondering about the nature of death. For him it is desirable, something devoutly to be wished for. It's a perfect closure. It leads to a deep sleep. But here lies the rub. What comes in that sleep is something that Hamlet does not know and is afraid of.
For who would bear the whips and scorns of time, the oppressor's wrong, the proud man's contumely, the pangs of despised love, the law's delay, the insolence of office, and the spurns that patient merit of the unworthy takes, when he himself might his quietus make with a bare bodkin? Who would fardels bear to grunt and sweat under a weary life, but that the dread of something after death, the undiscovered country from whose bourne no traveller returns, puzzles the will and makes us rather bear those ills we have than fly to others that we know not of?
Hamlet questions why anyone would put up with all of life's humiliations, and he proceeds to list all of the things that annoy him. The abuse from superiors, the pangs of unrequited love, law's delay. Why would anyone submit to bear that life? The philosopher side of Hamlet returns as he notes that it is the fear of the undiscovered country that makes us stick to what we know rather than to seek out new, unimaginable horrors.
Thus, conscience does make cowards of us all. And thus the native hue of resolution is sicklied o'er with the pale cast of thought, and enterprises of great pitch and moment, with this regard their currents turn awry and lose the name of action.
Hamlet appears to have made his decision. So after his contemplation, he notes that conscience does make cowards of us all. Whether this is because of the religious nature and it's a sin to take one's own life, or the fear of the undiscovered country, we don't know. However, it ends on a slightly positive note when he notes that over-contemplation leads to inaction. Perhaps a new, more positive Hamlet is about to take shape.